ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति 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 प्रज्ञानां शुप्रतानै स्थिरचरनिकर व्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पुनरपि धिषणोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुं मायया भोजयन्नः माया संख्यातुरीयं परममृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि यो विश्वात्मा विधिज विषयान् प्राश्य भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पश्चाच्चान्यान् स्वमति विभवान् ज्योतिषा स्वेन सूक्ष्मान् सर्वानेतान् पुनरपि शनैः स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगत गुणगणः पात्वसौ नस्तुरीयः
Pranav volume needs to be increased. Mandukya Karika, 4th chapter, Alata Shanti Prakarana, Karika 84. Even those who are skilled in investigation, they commit the error of taking the Atma Swarupa differently. 4 varieties were shown. If this is the plight of scholastic people or scholars, what to speak of a person who is a lay person identified with the embodiment? Certainly, he cannot hope to know Atma in reality unless he properly inquires on the proper guidelines with the due preparation of the mind. The question comes, if this is the plight of scholars, who are those people who can know Atma? Take the Prastavana Bhasya of 84. Please read Kidrik Punaha Paramata Tattvam. Kidrik Punaha Paramata Tattvam Yad Avabodhad Abalisha Panditaha Bhavati Iti Aha. If question is like this, further, Punaha, further. Kidrishaha Paramata Tattva. What exactly is the nature of the Paramartha Swarupa, the true nature, the real nature of Atma? Here now refer to as Bhagavan. Yadava Bodha, by the knowledge of which Paramartha Tattva? Abalishaha Panditaha Bhavatitya. Earlier people, the scholars, even though they have ventured to inquire into the nature of Atma and have come to different conclusions. And because of their wrong conclusions, they are branded as Balisha. Balisha, a Viveki person, lacks Viveka. If that is the case, how can one become a Viveki, Abalisha? How was it? Abalisha means Viveki. Panditaha, here Panditaha is Jnani. Panda also means Brahma Vidya. Brahma Jnana is called Panda. The one who has got Panda is Panditaha. Pandita Bhavati iti ah. Of course, words after usage pick up different meanings also, because Pandita word is used for scholar and all that. Even cook is called Pandita in Maharashtra. So Pandita Bhavati iti ah. So Gaudapadacharya ah in the Karika. Please read Karika 84.
कोट्यश्चतस्र एतास्तु ग्रहैर्यासां सदावृतः भगवानाभिरस्पृष्टो येन दृष्टः स सर्वदृक्
एताः तु चतस्रः कोट्यः add santi यासां ग्रहैः सदा यासां ग्रहैः add आत्मा और भगवान ग्रहैः add आत्मा और भगवान सदा आवृता भगवान, because Gaudapadacharya uses the word Bhagavan for Atma. Bhagavan abhihi asprishta yena add Bhagavan drishta saha sarvadrik saha sarvadrik etaha tu chatasraha kotyaha santi. Tu here is khalu. Indeed, there are these 4 categories about the nature of Atma. There are many, but these are 4 prominently shown. Chatasraha kotyaha. Koti here is category. Opinions, matas. Santi are there. Yasam grahi. Yasam kotinam grahi. By the graha, by the insistence, by the obsession of which category of these categories, Atma or Bhagavan, Atma, Sada Avrita, is always veiled, not known in its true nature. But Bhagavan, Atma, has nothing to do with these 4 categories. It is totally free from these erroneous notions which are described in the 4 categories. So therefore, Bhagavan means that Atma, abhihi asprishta. He is totally untouched, unconnected to these 4 types of notions, categories. Just as a rope, when mistaken as a snake, the rope is totally unconnected to the snake. Rope has nothing to do with the snake. It is in the mind of that deluded person. So likewise, Atma are mistaken in these varieties of the ways or 4 ways. It is their notion. But Nothing to do with the nature of Atma. Atma has no connection whatsoever with these things. Now, who is that Jnani then? Yena. Yena means Yena Munina. By which person? Muni. By which seeker, of course. Bhagavan Drishtaha. Bhagavan, which Bhagavan? Abhihi Asprishta. Totally free from these four erroneous notions. Just as the person who has seen the rope as the rope without any connection to the mistaken snake or mistaken garland or mistaken stick or mistaken crack in the earth or mistaken patch of water, as the different people imagine. Like that, the one who has seen Atma in its true nature, nothing to do with these all varieties of erroneous notions, that Munina, the one who has seen this, Saha Sarva Drik. Saha Sarva Drik means he is the true Pandita. He knows, he has seen everything, means he knows Atma, Bhagavan in reality. He is the true Pandita, he is the true Jnani, called as Sarvadrik. Let us see the Bhasya. Read Kotyaha.
कोट्यः प्रावदूक शास्त्र निर्णयांताः एताः उक्ताः अस्ति नास्ति इत्याद्याः चतस्रः यासां कोटीनां ग्रहणैः उपलब्धि निश्चयैः सदा सर्वदा आवृतः आच्छादितः तेषामेव प्रावादूकानां यः सः भगवान् आभिः अस्ति नास्ति इत्यादि कोटिभिः चतस्रुभिः अपि अस्पृष्टः अस्ति आदि विकल्पना वर्जितः इत्येतद् येन मुनिना दृष्टः ज्ञातः वेदांतेषु औपनिषदः पुरुषः सः सर्वदृक् सर्वज्ञः परमार्थ पंडितः इत्यर्थः.
That person is Paramartha Pandita. A Pandita, Jnani in reality. Who is this? Who has known Atma free from all these erroneous notions. Kotyaha. That is, whatever the different versions that are described. What is that Kotyaha? Pravaduka Shastra Nirnayantaha. Pravaduka Shastra Nirnayantaha. The conclusions of the Shastras which are indulged in by people who are interested in mere argument. Pravaduka can also mean verbose. Talking. There's no sense at all. Some people have got the habit. Even if they may not know deliberately, but that mindset itself like that. Even if they want to convey a small piece of news, 100 irrelevant things they will first speak. And you have to wait until they come to the real point. Now, these people are interested more in the argument than they are eager to know what is Atma Swarup. Why should you know Atma Swarupa? Don't ask me now. You are supposed to know. Because knowing, discovering Atma Swarupa is directly connected to three universal aspirations. In the beginning itself, we have seen in the first lesson of Vedanta. And what are those three aspirations? I want to live happily always. Number two, I want to live totally free from sorrow always. Number three, I want to live forever. I don't want to die at any time. You may strive to accomplish 1,000 things in the world, but the underlying current is these three aspirations. In fact, these aspirations are in the animals also, all living creatures, not only human. But human has got the capacity to really fulfill this aspiration, provided it takes inquiry into the nature of what is I in accord with the Upanishads, Adhyatma Shastra. So from that standpoint, so therefore, they are not eager to know that, but indulging in scholastic feats. So Pravaduka Shastra Nirnayanta. They conclude only that the Shastra, which concludes only in such things who are verbose in nature. Etaha uktaha asti. These are the four conclusions cited here, are arrived at by these verbose people. Etaha. What are the uktaha? Told, described, asti, namely, nasti ityadi chatasraha, as told in the Karika 83. Nasti, asti, asti, nasti, 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 all those. Chatasraha. So then what has happened? By these notions, as far as these people are concerned, Atma appears to be covered by this erroneous notion. Yasam kotinam grahaihi chatasra santi. So, Yasam means what? Kotinam, of which four categories. Grahaihi. What is grahaihi? Grahanaihi. What is grahanaihi? Meaning further given. Upalabdhi nishchayaihi. Upalabdhi means the nature of Atma as ascertained, concluded by these people. Upalabdhi here is ascertainment. The Upalabdhi means knowledge. Perception also is called Upalabdhi. Upalabdhi Nishchay. It is ascertained as the nature of the Atma. By this, what happened by this? See, that is, you can take Anvaya there of that line. Tesham eva pravadukanam grahaihi grahanaihi upalabdhi nishchayaihi yaha sada sarvada avritaha achaditaha. Take saha, continue. So therefore, by the ascertained conclusion of whose people, and what is people? Tesham eva pravadukana. By these verbose people who are more interested in the argument than the actual, to know the actual nature of Atma. So Pavadagana, Grahaihi, Grahanaihi, Upalabdhi Nishchayahi, the nature as ascertained by them. So, who Yaha Bhagavan, Yaha Atma, Sada means Sarvada, all the time. Avritaha, meaning is Achaditaha, is covered. In the sense, they take Atma in different way as they have mistakenly concluded, arrived at. But that Bhagavan Abhihi, by this Kotaya, by this Kotis, conclusions, categories. What are those? Namely, Asti, Nasti, Ityadi, Koti. Is having attributes, doesn't have attributes, like that, by the different conclusions. Abhi, Asprishtaha, untouched, unconnected. Now this word Asprishtaha is explained by Bhashyakara in the subsequent phrase Astyadi Vikalpana Varjita. See, Bhashya, you should be very careful. What is the word or the phrase explained how? You can't go on directly. It is not a complete full one sentence. Take the word from original, explain it. Take the word, at places, conclusion given. So there is a style of decoding Bhashya. That is Asprishtaha. Its meaning is given by the phrase Astyadi Vikalpana Varjita. Vikalpana is Vividha Kalpana Varjita. Bhagavan Atma is totally free from all these different notions imagined by these scholars. Iti etam. This is the fact. Therefore, with a true jnani, so the one who knows Atma, free from all these notions, as revealed by Upanishads. Yena munina, by which Muni, Mananashilava, who not only takes to the inquiry as presented by the Upanishads, who has not only conducted inquiry as by presented by Upanishad, but also have thought over it, manana, reflection we have done, munina, drishtaha. Drishtaha, the meaning is given as jnataha, known. How known? Aparokshi kritaha. This is I. I am this. When you say I am this, you are aware of it. And what is meant by you are aware of it is you have directly experienced it. So therefore, jnataha means aparokshataya jnata, known as I. And who is that? That Purusha, Vedanteshu Upanishadaha Purusha, which is described in Vedanta. Vedanta Upanishads. Upanishads also called Vedanta. In Upanishad, described as what? Upanishadaha Purusha. Upanishadaha Purusha means Upanishadeka Gamyaha, who can be known only through Upanishad, which is the pramana to know what Atma Sarupa is. In the sense, let us say, you have taken successfully to the means of withdrawing the mind from the external world. In the mind, antakarana, no impressions of the Jagat, no impressions of your body. Jagat means your body also. No impressions of Ishvara. As a result, the antakarana is so introvert, it is so nirvishesha, it is so attributeless, totally free from attributes, vishesha of Jagat. We accomplished that. In that, Atma Swarupa gets reflected. And Atma Swarupa, being itself the Anubhava Swarupa, itself being the self-experiencing principle, in that state of mind, you are not doing anything whatsoever. What gets revealed is what? Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa. And you accomplish the state, you have experienced the state. The question is, how do you recognize what this is? As an individual, moment by moment, we undergo many experiences. And here is your special case, whereby deliberate efforts over a period of time, you have succeeded in making the mind totally introvert, and you experience this. This is Atma Swarupa. How are you going to know? Someone has to introduce, and the one who introduces is only can be Upanishad Mahavakyas. My dear, this is your Swarupa. This is Atma. This Chaitanya in its true nature itself is Brahma, the Adhisthana of the entire Jagat. You, Chaitanya, is Brahma, Tattvam Asi. This is Pramana. It is Pramana can operate provided you are aware of it. See, let us see. A child who was born blind, let us say, in the early age itself, before age 4, the child was successfully operated and the power of sight was restored. The child opens the eyes, sees many things, and the doctor had held a beautiful rose flower in front of the child. Child is seeing something. Child is experiencing something. But it doesn't know what it is. The doctor says, Beta, this is called rose flower. Child had experience, but it didn't know what it is. Now it has got the knowledge, this is rose flower. Likewise, you successfully attain that state of mind wherein Atma got reflected as it is. You have that experience, but you know not what it is. The Pramana. Upanishad Ekagamya can be known through only Upanishads, their Mahavakyas. Glaring example is that none other than Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi had undergone or had this experience for a long period of time by repeated practice. This in his own words. He didn't know what it was. When he exposed to Rubugita, he jumped. This is what they are describing my experience. He said, until he exposed to Upanishads and texts like Rubugita, I didn't know, this is what Ramana Maharshi's word, that there is a common underlying principle in and through the entire cosmos. I didn't know that it is called Brahman. I did experience it, but I didn't know it was Brahma, the underlying principle of the entire creation. It was only when I exposed to the Upanishads and texts like the Rubugita, etc., I came to know that it is Brahma, Atma. Experience was there, knowledge was not there. Why Pramana was not there? When he got Pramana, he came to. So therefore, Upanishadaika Gamya. Only Upanishads, which are in the Vedas, they only can introduce and point out what this is. So therefore, when we say Vedanta is a Pramana, Upanishads are Pramana, it's not simply statement that such and such thing is Atma. When you are aware of it, pinpointedly told, this is what Atma is. Oh, this is my Swarupa. That is a Paroksha Jnana. Otherwise, it is Paroksha Jnana. Information gathered from the Shastras. So, Vedanteshu Aparishita Purusha. And such a person who knows like this, Saha Sarvadrik. What is meant by Sarvadrik? Sarvadnyaha Paramartha Pandita Ityartha. He knows everything in the sense Paramartha Pandita. He is the one who has got the knowledge of Paramartha Swarup, ultimate reality, Atma, Brahma, as it is, free from all erroneous notions. Now the question comes like this. Well, this person has known Bhagavan, Atma, in his true nature, free from all these erroneous notions. So what? As per the Vedas, he has to do Agnihotradi karma whole life long. Yavat jivet Agnihotram juhuya. Mandate of the Veda is, so long as the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya lives whole life long, he has to perform Agnihotra. That means karmas. Karmas enjoined in the Vedas means still he is bound by some duties enjoined upon him by the Vedas. This is the doubt. Now the answer is given. A jnani has nothing to do with this. That scriptural injunction, vidhi, is for ajnani, for the ignorant person, not for the jnani. Read Karika 85.
प्राप्य सर्वज्ञतां कृत्स्नां ब्राह्मण्यं पदमद्वयम् अनापन्नादिमध्यान्तं किमतः परमीहते.
Kritsnam sarvajnatam brahmanyam padam advayam anapannadi madhyantam prapya ataha param kim ihate. Ataha param kim ihate. He said, having got this, discovered this, what he needs to do? Nothing. Krishnam sarvajnam. The entire omniscience in the sense, knowledge, having got, prapya is there afterwards. It's coming, afterwards come. Before that, what is that? Krishna sarvajnata is this fact. Having got that, knowledge of that Bhagavan Atma, and which the sarvajnata, that knowledge, true knowledge is the true nature, knowledge of true nature of Atma Bhagavan. And what is that? It is Brahmanyam Padam, a state befitting to a Brahmana. Here Brahmana is Jivan Mukta, means a Brahmanyam Padam means he is Brahmavit. See, many times we have seen the Sthita Prajna of second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Bhakta described in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Gunatita described in the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The Brahmana as described in Mahabharata. And the Atyashrami as described in the Sutta Samhita of Skanda Purana. All these refer to Jivan Muktas. And who is the Jivan Mukta? A person who is able to have Akhandakara Vritti, Atmakara Vritti, Brahmakara Vritti, as a result, whose mind gets absorbed in the Sarupa and he is unaffected by Chitta Klesha, the afflictions that arise in the mind on account of the Sukha Dukkha given by prarabdha karma. He is a Jivan Mukta. This Jivan Mukta is described as a Brahmana, as a not mere Varnashram Brahmana, not Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, that Brahmana. Here Brahmana in the sense Brahmavit, Jivan Mukta, Brahmanya Padam. And what is the state? It's not different from Brahma, which is Advayam, non-dual, because there is Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone, to the total exclusion of anything else whatsoever. Free from Ishvara onwards, Jagat Jiva, up to any insignificant creature in the world or any entity in the world. Totally free from that. Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. No cognition of anything else other than that. There is nothing called anatma. What is anatma? Something distinct, anyat from atma. There is nothing called anything other than atma. All that Chaitanya atma alone is there. So that advayam, non-dual swarupa. Further, it is described as anapannadi madhyantam. Adi madhyantam na apannam. Aprapta. Which entity has no adi, birth or a cause. Anta, destruction. Madhya, continuous. No. Which is changeless, avikari, ever existent principle, free from srishti, which begins, which ends, in between, continuous. So that is the one who has gained such a that is what prapya, knowledge of such Atma Swarup, Brahma Swarup has gained. That person, ataha param kim ihate. What ihate means cheshtate. Ihate can mean desires also, but here it does. What does it do? When you say do, why do you do something? To get something. He has nothing to get anything, because the Paramanda Swarupa, this Pada, he has already discovered as his Swarupa. There is nothing that he needs to be done. That is Yavad Jiva Agnihotram Juhuya. Till one lives, one should do the karma. Is meant for Adnyani, not for this Jnani. Let us see the Bhasya. Read Prapyaitam Yathoktam Krishnam.
Prapyaitam yathoktam kritsnam samastam sarvajnatam brahmanyam padam sab brahmanaha eshaha nityaha mahima brahmanasya iti shrutehe.
That is the person who is Brahmana. So, who is that person referred to as Brahman in the Karika? Prapya etam yathoktam sarvajnatam. That sarvajnata. So, as described, as described earlier. How? As described earlier, as free from four kotis. Free from four ascertained wrong notions. That Yathoktam, as described earlier, free from all these four notions. Krishna means samastam, having known it in entirety. What do you mean entirety? Samastatva means Jnatavya Shesha Shunya Sarvajnata. The complete knowledge wherein there remains nothing to be known. So that complete knowledge, Paripurna Jnapti, wherein nothing is left over to be known, that type of Sarvajnata, that complete knowledge. Sarvata, and itself is what? Brahmanyam Padam. So Brahmanyam Padam. See, it is the state of a Brahmana where whom do you refer? Whom do you refer to? By Brahmana, says it is as described in the Bradhanya Shruti, Saha Brahmana. That person is Brahmana. Means one who has got Aparmoksha, Brahmadhyana, Brahma Sakshatkara. One who has mind is absorbed in the Chit Swarupa only to the total exclusion of cognition of all Adhyastha Upadhis. Chit only. So therefore, Sa Brahmana. So that is Bradharanyaka 3, 8, 10. Saha Brahmana. Further it is corroborated by Bradharanyaka Shruti. Eshaha nityaha mahima brahmanasya iti shruti. Iti shruti. Eshaha. This is the mahima, the glory of a Brahmana. With the Brahmana, Brahma Vidaha, of the Brahmadhyani, iti shruti. Now, the phrase Anapannadi Madhyantam is being commented upon Bhashyakara. Continue.
आदि मध्यांताः उत्पत्ति स्थितिलयाः अनापन्नाः अप्राप्ताः यस्य अद्वयस्य पदस्य न विद्यन्ते तद अनापन्नादि मध्यांतम ब्राह्मण्यम पदम.
Wait. Here, in some reading, after iti shrutehe, there is a phrase anapannadi madhyantam to indicate now the Bhashyakara is explaining the phrase anapannadi madhyantam from this Karika, line 2. In many books, this patra is not there. In some books, it is there. So, what is this anapannadi madhyantam? What is adi madhyantaha? The one entity who doesn't have adi madhya anta. That is anapannadi madhyanta. What do you mean by adi madhya anta? Beginning, middle, end. What do you mean by that? The meaning is given. Adi madhyantaha. What is meant by adi madhyanta is utpatti sthiti laya. Utpatti, birth. Laya, destruction. In between, what is that? Sthiti, continuous. An entity born continues for some time and then it gets destroyed. These phases, these stages are not in which the entity which doesn't have these three stages, that is anapanna madhyanta. So that is, these three states, anapannaha, na apannaha, the meaning is given apraptaha. Apannaha means prapta, na apannaha, na praptaha, aprapta. Yasya advayasya padasya na vidyanti means that non-dual entity which doesn't have birth, continuance, and destruction. That is called as what? Tad anapannadi madhyantam. That entity is called as what? Which has no beginning, continuance, and end, and itself is what? Brahmanyam padam. It is the state of Brahmanya, Jivan Mukta, Brahmadhyani. Continue, Tadeva.
लब्ध्वा किमतः परम अस्माद् आत्मलाभाद् ऊर्ध्वम् ईहते चेष्टते निष्प्रयोजनमित्यर्थः.
So Tadeva Prapya, having got this pada, abode state, Swarupa entity, it is not gaining something. Having discovering this to be one Swarupa, it is my Swarupa. But due to ignorance, I mistook it to other thing. Now I have discovered that to be my Swarupa. That is what he is figuratively said as having got it. Just tell. The key bunch that was in your pocket, you are not aware of it and you are searching everywhere. Finally, you stumbled upon that. Oh, I got it. You had all the time. Yet it appeared as though lost because you didn't know. And when you knew that it is there in the pocket, you said, I got it. That way, this is my Swarupa. I didn't know it. Now I have known, therefore I got it. So prapya labdhva, having gained which? Kim ataha param. Ataha param. After gaining this, that is asmad atmalabhat urdhvam. Urdhvam means not above, later. After having got this Atma Swarupa, the Kim ihate. What does it do? Why should you do? Why? Nisprayojanam ityartha. It is useless. Because he has discovered his Swarupa means Paramanda Swarupa. There is nothing that he needs to be accomplished. There is nothing that he has not accomplished because he is Paramanda Swarupa. Anything you accomplish for Atma, happiness one. Sorrow is never possible because Nirupadika. What remains to be done? Because to be done duty is for fulfillment of gaining something or avoiding something. This person has nothing to be acquired, nor anything to be shunned, discarded. So is a question in the sense, there remains no karma to be done, no duty to be discharged. For him it is nishprayojanam. same thing is useless. Such a person has nothing to accomplish. Therefore, there is no occasion for him to do anything, which is corroborated by Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan's statement. Continue.
नैव तस्य कृतेनार्थः इत्यादि स्मृतेः.
Gita chapter 3, verse 18. Naiva tasya kritenartha na kriteneha kaschana na chasya sarva bhuteshu kaschidharthavyapashraya. For such a person, jnani, there is no artha, prayojana, utility by doing something. Na akritena yakasha. By not doing something, he doesn't also, there is no utility also. Because in the entire creation, he has nothing which can add something to what he is, or which can take away from what he is. He is Purna, Paripurna Paramananda Swarupa, and which is self-evident, wherein there is no room for any sorrow. That is good. All pursuits of karma, whether Vaidika, Smarta, or Laukika, scriptural or worldly, are meant to gain something or meant to get rid of something. Here, neither of these. He discovered that he is above all these things. He has nothing to gain, nothing to lose, because he and he alone is, Chaitanya alone is with Paramananda Swarupa, free from. See, from our present level, this appears to be some dream, interpreted. No, that is the truth. That is why Gaudapada Acharya has taken so much of pain to make us discover this. We have to cooperate by preparing our mind so that we can tune to this, our Swarupa. Shuddha Antakarana, Abhyasa, Vairagya are necessary. The thing to be verified, though at present level of our accomplishment, it may sound something strange, but it is not so. It is verified by the great master from the past till now. So therefore, there is nothing to be gained. Also in Bhagavad Gita, Yallavat naparam labham. Having gained which, there is nothing superior to be gained at all. So therefore, he doesn't have any usefulness by doing karma. And the Shruti which insists that one should do karma whole life long is meant for a ajnani, ignorant person, and not a jnani. Fine, agreed. He did not do karma, but at least Shruti says, Shantaha, Dantaha, etc. Should he not practice Shamadama? mastery of the mind, mastery of the senses, should you not practice? That also he has crossed the boundary of that. Means for him, Shama Dama, for such a person, for Aparoksha Jnana, Shama Dama are natural and not things to be practiced. We'll see that.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।